What is going on, Grizz gang? This is Memphis X with iTalkHoops. Not going to lie, that performance last night was like a kick in the nuts. Just a terrible start to the second half. Let's talk about it for a little bit. Grizz gang, make sure you subscribe to this channel, hit the bell for notifications, and like this video. And share this video with other Grizz fans. That's the best way you can do to help this channel grow and to support your brother Memphis X in growing this channel and getting some more Grizz fan perspective out there in the internet, on the internet, with the internet, however you want to say it. Peace. Well, if you watched the game, if you stayed up late at night, watched the game, and those West Coast road trips are pretty rough, especially in the middle of the week. If you're working, at least you got to go to bed early if you were smart. This game was a typical game in the middle of a road trip in the first half. The Grizz came out lethargic. The Blazers were coming off getting a beat down by the Los Angeles Clippers, and they were real motivated to win this game. So we'll get into it. Of course, Dame had been cold all season, ice cold all season. I think he was like 2 for 25 from three all season. Starts this game out with a 27-foot three-pointer. And that should have been the foreshadowing we needed for this game, because although Bane was matching him, kind of matched him, hit his own 27-foot three-pointer not too long later. The rest of the team just couldn't come along no matter what Bane was doing, because Bane had a terrific game. Looked like a real good player out there, especially for a second-year player. Jaren had a rough game. In the first half, he couldn't make a shot. He was getting decent looks, but he just couldn't get the absolute cleanest of looks. Was missing threes. I think he was like 1 for 6 or 0 for 6 from three in the first half. D'Anthony Melton also couldn't hit a shot. I think he went 0 for 8 for the game, didn't score a point. Kyle Anderson had a rough game, rough offensive game. He did make a three or so, but overall his game was not too good. He had 6 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 of 6 from the field. He's had some rough shooting nights start this season. But the real issue was Ja Morant. Not that he played particularly poorly. He did play bad. He was very, 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 very careless with the ball. Ended up with 9 turnovers and 10 assists. He was minus 25 for the game. In a game the Grizz lost by 20. He had 17 points. Shot decently, 5 for 12, 3 for 6 from three-point line, 4 for 5 from the free throw line. But field goal attempts were down. Jaren Jackson with a rough shooting night. Just a rough night altogether. 3 for 13 from the field, 1 for 7 from three-point line, just 2 rebounds, only played 18 minutes. He did have 4 assists. He was kind of passing pretty well in the first half. But to start the second half, Jaren came out, drove the ball to the basket off the baseline, got fouled by Yusuf Nurkic. The refs didn't call it. Came down on the next play, was battling for a rebound, kind of got, involved with Nurkic under the goal for a rebound. Refs called a foul on him. So that was his 3rd foul. Nurkic, I think, hit the free throws, hit 1 or 2, I think, from the free throw line. So Grizz come back down. They're getting ready to run. He's setting the pick for Ja Morant. Refs, I don't even think, he didn't even move. It was a terrible call if you ask me, but, like I said, I'm your resident Grizzly homer, so it's going to always be a terrible call for me. But, next thing you know, we're, 2-3 minutes into the first to the second half, and Jaren has 4 fouls and has to lead the game. And that was pretty much the game right there. After that, the Blazers got to rolling. Dame got to hitting shots, making threes. CJ was making threes. Anthony Simons was making threes. I mean, Dame ended up 4 of 11. Anthony Simons ended up 5 of 7. CJ McCollum ended up 4 for 9. So we're talking about 13 for 27. So a lot of attempts and a lot of makes. So that was basically the game right there. The Blazers had a pretty good defensive plan for Ja Morant to blitz him and with double teams every time he got the ball. They were leaving people open, and people couldn't make them pay with by hitting open shots. Jaren and Melt were missing a lot of shots. Like I said, Jaren was 1 of 7 from 3. Melton was 0 of 5 from 3. Nobody else really did anything except off the bench late in the game when the game was over. So it was basically one of those nights that get away from you in the NBA. It got away from them quickly in the second half, and kind of halfway through the third quarter, you kind of knew the game was over. I mean, they did attempt to come back in the fourth quarter, and Jaren came back in, got his 5th foul, and he looked like he wanted to punch somebody in the face. Got real frustrated with the referee calls, and he has to really, guard against that. He has to play through it. I know sometimes he gets a bad whistle, but he has to play through it. So it's just one of those things that he has to do. I mean, you're the $100 million man now. So you can't just sit there and pout and do all that other kind of stuff. You got to play through it, and you got to contribute to winning either offensively or defensively. This is Jaren's 4th year in the league. It's time to take the kid gloves off. It's time to perform, time to produce, and it's time to make an impact on the court every night. I mean, either you're going to be the second guy next to Ja Morant, or you're just going to be this dude on the team that spaces the floor a little bit, sort of like Larry Markkinen. It's his choice. It's up to him. He's got to come. He's got to bring it every night. And the great thing about the NBA is there's another game coming real soon. They play second night of a back-to-back at Golden State, who's been one of the best teams out the door. I think they're 4-0 now. They're playing at home. Steph is killing. And if the rest of the season has been any indication, Steph's going to get about 7 or 8 threes tonight. So, hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. The Grizz are going to have to overcome it. There's no way that team, the Blazers, should have beat them like that. The Grizz should have played better, but they didn't. So we'll see what we have tonight. Make sure you like this video, share this video, subscribe to this channel, hit the bell for notifications, and we'll be back with you tomorrow. I know this one was a little later in the afternoon, but I decided to sleep in a little bit and not do the video. So, but we're going to get it up, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.